His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, received a cable of congratulations from the National Guard Commander General, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa, in which he extended to His Majesty on his own behalf and on behalf of all National Guard personnel, congratulations to His Majesty the King on the 29th anniversary of the establishment of the National Guard. His Highness said that thanks to His Majesty's support, the National Guard has become one of the main pillars of security and stability in Bahrain and a protective force for the Kingdom's progress, development and prosperity under His Majesty's leadership, which continues to witness comprehensive development and sustained growth. His Highness affirmed to His Majesty that the National Guard, under His Majesty's leadership, continues to perform its national duties with high efficiency and readiness, in line with His Majesty's visionary directives that have been guided its path and enhanced its advancement. His Highness added that the National Guard remains committed to carrying out its crucial role with the highest standards of discipline and professionalism, serving as a strategic military depth, supporting the Bahrain Defence Force alongside the Bahrain Police in protecting Bahrain's achievements and resources, in addition to safeguarding the Kingdom's security and territorial integrity and ensuring the well-being of its citizens and residents. His Highness renewed allegiance and loyalty to His Majesty the King, reaffirming steadfast commitment to remain devoted to the defence of Bahrain and the protection of its sovereignty and stability. His Highness wished His Majesty continued lasting good health, happiness and success in leading Bahrain's progress and prosperity, stressing his pride in His Majesty's leadership and dedication to Bahrain's advancement. His Majesty the King sent a reply cable of thanks to His Highness on the occasion, in which he expressed pride in the sincere sentiments of loyalty and devotion to His Majesty's leadership. His Majesty also congratulated His Highness and all officers, commanders and members of the National Guard, expressing pride in their achievements and efforts to enhance the foundations of security and Bahrain's ongoing development. His Majesty commended the outstanding efforts of His Highness and all National Guard personnel for the significant roles and missions in defending Bahrain and its achievements, in cooperation with the BDF and Bahrain Police, to safeguarding the Kingdom's security and stability. His Majesty prayed to Allah Almighty to grant them continued success and prosperity in fulfilling their noble national duty. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, received a cable of congratulations from the personal representative of His Majesty the King and Chairman of the Supreme Council for the Environment, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, on the 29th anniversary of the establishment of the National Guard. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, a Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received a cable of congratulations from the National Guard Commander General His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa, in which he extended to His Royal Highness on his own behalf and on behalf of all National Guard members congratulations on the 29th anniversary of the establishment of the National Guard. His Royal Highness affirmed that the National Guard continues to develop its human resources and military capabilities under the prosperous era of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, and thanks to the continuous follow-up of His Royal Highness on the strategic development plans for all aspects. His Highness expressed pride and gratitude for the unwavering support provided by His Royal Highness to the National Guard since its establishment, which has been instrumental in enhancing the National Guard's readiness and efficiency in fulfilling its national duties and responsibilities, contributing to the security of Bahrain, safeguarding its achievements and cultural gains, as well as ensuring the safety of all its citizens and residents. His Highness wished His Royal Highness many happy returns and lasting good health and happiness. His Royal Highness sent a cable of thanks and congratulations to His Highness and all National Guard members, including commanders, officers and personnel on the occasion. His Royal Highness expressed pride in the significant achievements of all National Guard members, which fulfilled the royal vision and aspirations of His Majesty the King. His Royal Highness commended the sincere efforts exerted by His Highness and all National Guard members, which have had a profound impact on enhancing the readiness and efficiency of the National Guard, enabling it to fulfil its national duties in safeguarding the nation's achievements and protecting its resources. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, a Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received a cable of congratulations from the personal representative of His Majesty the King and Chairman of the Supreme Council for the Environment, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, on the 29th anniversary of the establishment of the National Guard. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received the Ambassador of Saudi Arabia to Bahrain, Naif bin Banda Al Zudari, at Rifa Palace. His Royal Highness affirmed that the historic relationship between Bahrain and Saudi Arabia continues to advance across various fields, in line with the support of both His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. His Royal Highness commended the partnership, highlighting the pivotal role of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, in achieving the aspirations of both countries. His Royal Highness emphasised the shared commitment to strengthening bilateral cooperation, underscoring the importance of building upon strategic ties to support development priorities, as well as to further develop procedures between the two countries across various fields. During the meeting, the latest regional and global developments were reviewed. His Royal Highness highlighted the prominent role played by Saudi Arabia and its allies in consolidating regional security and stability. Al Sadari expressed his gratitude to His Royal Highness for his commitment to strengthening this long-standing partnership, wishing Bahrain and its people continued progress and prosperity. The Minister of Interior, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, and the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, also attended the meeting. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Labour Fund Tamkeen, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, chaired Tamkeen's Board of Directors meeting, where His Highness approved the fund strategy for the years 2026 to 2030. His Highness affirmed the important role played by the private sector in enhancing economic growth and supporting national plans and initiatives, contributing to the comprehensive development process led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, with the directors of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. His Highness noted the importance of continuing to empower national talent and support private sector institutions by providing effective initiatives that contribute to the development and progress, which enhances their competitiveness and increases their ability to drive economic development. The strategy is based on 4 priorities: focusing Tamkeen's efforts in areas with the highest return on the economy and Bahrainis, contributing to career paths through initiatives that link skills to opportunities in the labour market, working with an innovative approach to stimulate private sector growth, and financing and programmes that enhance Tamkeen's effectiveness and efficiency. His Highness directed that all of the fund's programmes be reviewed to ensure that they are aligned with the new strategic priorities and increase the impact on the private sector. The board congratulated Tamkeen Chief Executive Maha Mafiz on the royal decree renewing her appointment as Chief Executive. Mafiz reaffirmed her commitment to advancing Tamkeen's objectives and supporting the national economy. The board also thanked the team behind Tamkeen's new strategy, which reflects the commitment to meet labour market requirements. It reviewed Tamkeen's main achievements in 2025 based on key performance indicators and strategic priorities. Through its programmes, Tamkeen supported over 20,800 Bahrainis entering the labour market, more than 23,500 in career development, and over 8,400 enterprises across various sectors. Representatives Council Speaker Ahmed Ahmed Salem chaired the Council's weekly session yesterday, in which it reviewed a draft law by the Cabinet on amending some provisions of the Decree Law on external auditors. The consolidated final accounts for the state for the fiscal year ending December the 31st, 2024, and the report on the performance of implementing the state's general budget for the fiscal year 2024. The Council also decided to refer draft laws to the relevant committees regarding letters received from the Cabinet, including a draft law approving Bahrain's accession to the Locarno Agreement, establishing an international classification for industrial designs, a draft law amending certain provisions of the selective tax law, and a draft law issuing the corporate income and business activity tax law. The session also approved a number of proposals and referred them to the government. The 29th anniversary of the establishment of the National Guard marks a national journey full of development under the support of His Majesty the King, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, who has laid the foundations for a strong security force, strengthening national security and defence systems. More in this report.
The 29th anniversary of the establishment of the National Guard marks a long history of serving Bahrain's security and safeguarding its achievements, as well as a continuous path of development and readiness under the royal patronage that has given the security institution special importance since its inception, making it a fundamental pillar of the national defense and security system. Since its establishment, the National Guard has enjoyed the direct patronage of His Majesty the King, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, and the continuous support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister, and recognition of its vital role in protecting the homeland and establishing the concept of comprehensive security based on readiness, efficiency, and integration with various military and security agencies. Over the course of 29 years, the National Guard has undergone significant development in its organizational structure, operational capabilities, and training programs, with development plans focused on building a highly efficient professional force that is fully prepared to deal with various challenges in accordance with the highest standards, under the leadership of the National Guard Commander General, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa. The advanced training system adopted by the National Guard reflects the level of discipline through specialized qualification programs, joint field exercises, and continuous updating of military capabilities, ensuring the highest level of readiness and enhancing the ability to respond effectively to various tasks. This approach has contributed to establishing the National Guard's position as a reliable national force with advanced capabilities, earning it a prestigious reputation and an active role in supporting national security, protecting development gains, and participating in maintaining internal stability.
The Survey and Land Registration Bureau has launched a property registration and ownership transfer and application status inquiry and payment services through the national portal in coordination with the Information e-Government Authority. The President of the Bureau, Bassem Al-Hamar, said that launching these services via the national portal represents a strategic step within the Bureau's ongoing efforts to enhance digital transformation and develop the service ecosystem. He noted that a package of development projects has been implemented during the current year. He added that the Bureau is currently implementing the second phase of development projects aimed at strengthening connectivity with government and private entities concerned with property registration and ownership transfer. Al-Hamar pointed out that coordination with the Information e-Government Authority contributed to ensuring a smooth transition of services and meeting technical and operational requirements. He also noted that property registration services were first launched electronically via the Bureau's website in 2020, enabling beneficiaries to complete the transactions without the need for in-person attendance. He added that more than 26,000 registration applications were recorded through the Bureau's website during 2025. He emphasised that this step falls within a continuous development plan aimed at improving the quality of real estate services, simplifying procedures and enhancing integration among relevant entities, in line with the government's direction towards building an advanced digital services ecosystem. And for more on the Survey and Land Registration Bureau services, we have the following statement from the Director of Technical Affairs at the Survey and Land Registration Bureau, Engineer Betena Abdullah Hashim.
We at Survey and Land Registration Bureau very happy and very proud to move our services finally to the national portal Bahrain.ph. This is an important step that supports the government's direction toward digital transformation and unifying the government services through one national platform. This move also strengthens the cooperation between government entities and make it much easier for customers to access services. Today, customers can complete property registration and ownership transfer services online from anywhere and at any time without visiting the office. They can track their applications and pay fees online as well, which saves time and effort and improves service quality and customer satisfaction. All these improvements aim to make the property sector more organized and attractive. We have also seen steady growth in property activity, which encourages us to continue improving procedures and offering services that meet customers' expectations.
The General Secretariat of the Shura Council received a delegation from the General Secretariat of the Senate of Jordan as part of its efforts to strengthen joint parliamentary cooperation between the two councils. The delegation was briefed on the Shura Council's mandate and role within Bahrain's legislative process, the functions of the General Secretariat and the use of artificial intelligence technologies in parliamentary support and institutional and legislative performance development. Presentations also covered the conduct of the Council sessions, preparation of electronic minutes, committee management, legislative monitoring processes, mechanisms for enhancing parliamentary work efficiency and support programmes for members and staff. And in Arab and international news, during its regular meeting chaired by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the Saudi cabinet followed up on the latest developments in the region and the efforts exerted to enhance the security and stability of Yemen. The Saudi cabinet also discussed the kingdom's contributions to addressing the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip by intensifying its air, sea and land bridges to provide relief to the Palestinian people. The Omani cabinet, chaired by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, affirmed its keenness to build friendly and cooperative relations with all countries in a manner that serves the interests of all. The cabinet affirmed Oman's full support for international law and respect for the sovereignty and independence of states. It also affirmed full support for the United Nations in any efforts it makes to maintain international security and peace. It urged all parties to exercise restraint and enable dialogue to prevent escalation and achieve reconciliation in a manner that serves security, stability and the safety of civilians. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed the documents of Western security guarantees for his country, which were approved during a meeting of the countries in Paris, France. Zelensky emphasised that the documents represent a practical commitment that goes beyond mere statements and include the identification of countries that will lead the implementation of guarantees on land and in the air and at sea. This is in addition to support for the Ukrainian army and the reconstruction process. He explained that the progress made is an important step, stressing that guarantees must be based on legal commitments. Considering that what has been achieved, it is still insufficient. The European Union has called on Israel to amend its law on the registration of international non-governmental organisations, noting that the law hinders the work of humanitarian organisations in the Palestinian territories. A joint statement by the EU stressed that the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip is facing a serious deterioration as civilians continue to suffer. The statement urged Israel to take immediate and sustained steps to ensure safe and substantial access for aid through all available crossings and routes. The General Directorate of Civil Defence launched a field awareness campaign coinciding with the start of camping season, which sees a large influx of families and visitors. The campaign focused on a number of basic guidelines to emphasise the importance of complying with prevention and safety requirements, including the need to have fire extinguishers. The campaign is part of the General Directorate's efforts to promote community awareness of safety and prevention requirements, sending a clear message that a safe camping season begins with commitment and responsibility from all. The Hawa Al-Manama event continues to attract citizens, residents and tourists with its interactive cultural programmes and activities that provide a comprehensive tourist experience. Visitors emphasise that holding the event in the Old Market has a special significance due to the historical status of the capital and its pivotal role in shaping the economic and social identity of Bahrain.